Yeah, my bad, my bad, my bad. I don't know what's going on with my actual, you know, it's always muted for some reason. Yeah. Okay. Before we start, please hit that subscription button, notification button, like button, and please follow us on our social medias, which are Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Um, YouTube is the most important one, so please subscribe if you're new and hit that like button. The like button always makes us trend around YouTube, and we're on the way to 1,000 for subscription as well. So please do that for us. And the other thing I want to talk about is Manchester United lost by 1-0 against Brentford. Yippity doo dah, yippity day. So basically, we're still 4 points behind them. They got a game in hand. That is the problem we're facing. But at the end of the season, something dramatic could happen. So let's hope. Listen, we need Champions League football. Let's just be honest. We have to have Champions League football. If we don't get it, we're not going to get the players we want. I've got a few transfers to talk about as well. So please stay on the stream. I'm going to start with Jurgen Klopp's press conference. I want to listen to what he's saying, and we could discuss it afterwards and see the outcome. Okay, so let's do this, people. Let's do this. Let's listen to Mr. Klopp, the legend that is our manager. Yeah, so let's do the screen first. You know what I mean? I like the screen. When the screen gets on, it looks good. So where is it? Where is it? Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. So let's start with the interview.
The club has decided to mark the coronation of King Charles this weekend by playing the national anthem before kick-off. I just wondered, what are your thoughts on marking the occasion in that way?
The club's position is my position. That's clear. And besides that, I said a couple of times, this is definitely a subject which I cannot really have a proper opinion about it, because I'm from Germany. We don't have a king or queen or these kind of things. I'm 55 years old, have really no experience with that. Watching from the outside, it's a nice thing to watch when all the weddings are massive things in Germany, but nobody really knows. It's like watching a movie or in a newspaper, because we don't feel that. So that's it pretty much. I'm pretty sure a lot of people in this country will enjoy the coronation. Some will maybe not really be interested, and some will not like it. That's it. And that's over the whole country. And I think that's all I can say about it. And the rest is my position as the club's position.
Can you just check a couple of things off the pitch as well? Because
Yeah, you know, with the coronation, people, not many people are interested in it in Liverpool. You know, Liverpool is an immigrant city, and not enough attention by, you know, the Tories and all the, you know, the people from London associate with Liverpool, if you know what I mean. So they don't pay enough attention to Liverpool. So this is some of the reasons why both cities clash, and why Liverpool fans don't like the, you know, the royal family and things like that. But you know, like when politics and football intertwine, it's a dangerous game you can play. You know what I mean? Because decisions on the pitch will be affected. So we've got to be mindful with things like that. We've got to be careful how we're going about things. Otherwise, it's going to backfire on us on the pitch as well. Yes, Liverpool people have within their right to, you know, voice their concerns about the treatment they get from the Tories and, you know, the government in general. But you got to do it in a certain way that it doesn't affect the football side of things as well, if you know what I mean. But listen, it's a long way. It's a lot of things to talk about. But I'm telling you right now, it does affect on the pitch performances. Like especially when we went to Wembley twice last season, and Prince William was, you know, shaking hands with the players, and we're booing him, and we're booing the national anthem. You know, screw jobs are always going to be around the corner. You know what I mean? If the royal families are unhappy, it will affect us on the pitch as well. So politics and football it shouldn't be together. We've just got to be careful how we go on about it. Liverpool people, you got within your rights to complain about anything you want, especially the way you get treated. 100%. I'm with you with that. 100%. We've just got to be careful. The football side, the enjoyment out of it, which like we get away from our troubles in life, doesn't get that much affected. If you know what I mean. That's all I've got to say about that. I don't want to go into too much details. So let's get back to the press conference. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I don't mean it in a bad way either.
we've heard that James Milner could be leaving in the summer and going to Brighton. We've also heard that maybe Alexis McAllister is a target to come here. So
we start now talking about this in Brentford. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So is there anything you can tell us about either situation?
No, but really I can say that I had over the years in the last few months really good conversations with him. He knows how highly I value him. He's an incredible part of this team, and I would have loved to work together with him even longer. What exactly the outcome will be of his decisions or of his decision, I think at one point, and me will say that. I'm not sure that happened already or not. I'm not really aware of that, but nothing else to say from me, but that nothing will change. I said a couple of times, nothing what happened in the last 7.5 years would have happened, or the positive things would have happened without James Milner. And so that's all about that, and all other things transfer-wise, you are the first who will be informed if something will happen. But before that, not really anything to say about it.
You've been very consistent of playing the national anthem.
Statman Stub says, big up, mate. Have a great show. Thank you much appreciated, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate it as always. Please go and subscribe to Statman Stubbs if you're watching this. He's got great content. He's got great guests. He does quiz. He does everything. He deserves all the things coming to him as well. So please go and subscribe to his channel. Big up John Conway. Big up Fozzy. What do you think of the new? I'm coming to that, bro. I've got a lot of stuff prepared. You know me by now. I'll get things prepared for you guys. I'll go that further. Yes. Can't hear you. I know. Sorry, bro. I started the game though, so that was good. Can't hear you. Sorry, Stop. Sorry. I apologize to that, guys. Stop says fine now. Big up Steve. Statman Stub says, Statman Stub is Steve got people if you don't know. Was it Revenite says, Revenite FC says, big up Fozzy. Much appreciated, honestly, much appreciated for coming on. Just bear with me, John. Don't give too much away. I've got a lot of stuff coming, mate. I'm telling you, transfers and everything as well. So let's get back to the press conference. Sorry about the sound. I apologize. You know, like when you do all this stuff behind the scenes, it's hard to tune into the actual other stuff you're supposed to be doing on the screen as well. So yeah. So sorry about Milner, people. There's a lot of people say, well, a lot of media saying he's going towards Brighton. There's no actual evidence of that yet. Yes, they are interested. They need this experience for the team, but Klopp doesn't want him to go because what he does off the pitch as well as on the pitch as well. Although a lot of people don't want him at the club, like in regards to playing, it's more of like what influence he has off the pitch as well. You don't have to play every game, but you could keep players like Milner around to influence the youngsters as well, if you know what I mean. So that helps. That helps with the success of a team, in my opinion, 100%. So let's get back to the press conference.
It's clear, and about besides that, I said a couple of times, this is definitely a subject which I cannot really have a proper opinion about it, because I'm from Germany. We don't have a king or queen, and all the weddings are massive things in Germany. I'm pretty sure a lot of people in this country will enjoy the coronation. Some.
We've heard that James Milner could be leaving in the summer and going to Brighton. We've also heard that maybe Alexis McAllister is a target to come here. So
we start now talking about this in Brentford. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So, is there anything you can tell us about either situation?
No, but maybe I can say that I had over the years in the last few months really good conversations with him. He knows how highly I value him. He's an incredible part of this team, and I would have loved to work together with him even longer. What exactly the outcome will be of his decisions or of his decision, I think at one point, and Millie will say that. I'm not sure that happened already or not. I'm not really aware of that, but nothing else to say from me, but that nothing will change. I said a couple of times, nothing what happened in the last 7.5 years would have happened, or the positive things would have happened without James Milner. And so that's all about that, and all other things transfer-wise, you are the first who will be informed if something will happen. But before that, not really anything to say about it.
You've been very consistent over the last few weeks in saying that you're not looking at the top four.
With Alexis McAllister, there's a big thing happening behind the scenes, people. So I'm going to obviously talk about it during the stream. I've got a lot of stuff for you, so just don't go anywhere. Bear with me.
Does that change in any way when you see what happened in the game again between Brighton and Manchester United, albeit obviously Brighton have those 2 games in hand on you, so feasibly if they win then they can catch you as well.
Exactly. No, not really. Said it before, other teams are in much better positions. As long as they win football games, we have no chance, and we have to keep teams behind us, which not all of them. We can do it by our own. Like you say, if Brighton wins all their games from now until the end of the season, and how they played last night, that's possible, because again, incredible performance, to be honest, a really good football game. No, that didn't change. I don't know exactly. We have 59, 58, 59, yeah, 59. So United has 63. So we can get 71 maximum. United needs for that 8 points in 5 from 15. I think they will do that, to be honest. So, they win 3 games of the rest, and that's it for us. So it's not about that. We have enough to do with ourselves and these kinds of things. We have to be tomorrow. Brentford. Oh my God, it's such a difficult game to play. You can control the whole game theoretically. Not that that's already written.
I'm glad he come to Brentford, because Brentford is not going to be an easy game, people. We're going to look at their fixtures. They've been winning lately, home and away. So don't underestimate Brentford by any means. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a hard game, especially when we're struggling against likes of Nottingham Forest and Tottenham at home as well. So, and we only just scraped through the last game against Fulham. Sorry, my bad. I skipped my brain. But it's not going to be easy. I'm telling you right now. Brentford is a tough team. So let's get back to the press conference.
So, but you could, and one set piece can kill you, and they are really good in counter-attacking. That's such a good setup and all these kind of things. The throw-ins are great, the corners are great, the free kicks are great, the players are great, the manager is fantastic. So that's a really difficult game. And how could I think of anything else besides that? And that's why, no, we will not change the approach.
On that note then, Jürgen, is the message quite a simple one, that all you can do is take care of your own business?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Pressure on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not about if our performances or the results put pressure on other teams. That's not in our hands as well. I said it now. The way they played over the year, the first 4 teams, nobody looks like.
Apologies, people. I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's always like freezing at moments. Hopefully I could get back to it. But if you could see me, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, like button, all that good stuff. Please get busy on the live chat as well. The more we chat along, the more you understand where I come from, the more it will be more interesting, coming to this channel for, on a regular purpose as well. I apologize for this. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully I could get back to it. Come on, Mr. Klopp, start talking again. It's always something happening. I need to fix this machine. Yeah, it's not good enough. Yeah, let me get back.
Losing from now on more games than they win. Never did that in the whole season. Why should they do it now?
I advise you, do not buy iMac.
No, exactly. It's for us. Finishing the season as high as somehow possible. And that was the plan since we start winning. It was before that as well, but it didn't look that bright, to be honest. Now that could mean we could be 5th, which is not given yet. 6th is not given, so they're all so good. Aston Villa. Let's
be honest here, people. Like finishing in the top 4, it'd be a bonus. The season we had, it's not that impressive, and we'd be lucky. That's what I'm trying to say. We'd be lucky if we get top 4 for next season. We don't deserve it, 100%. But in the last performances, the way these players have played, you got to give them credit. You know what I mean? Especially the season we had.
I'm not 100% sure who else. Tottenham, of course. Brighton, definitely. And maybe Brentford as well. I don't know exactly the numbers, but they all are fighting for that. And so do we, and that's all.
On your own team, obviously, great upturn in performances and results in recent weeks. I wonder, how different do you feel the the team is now, its style, the way it plays, compared to the one that obviously suffered disappointment?
Yeah, we needed. If you want kind of a fresh start, somehow we needed a moment where we feel that this is going now in the right direction. I said it before. That was the second half against Arsenal. A very important day for us, because that day when you're 2-0 down early in the game, everything can happen. Or anything. It's like Arsenal can score the third, the fourth, bam, and you stand at home and lose at Anfield to Arsenal 4-5-0. That would have been probably the lowest point for a long, long time. But we turned it around. We maybe should have won the game in the second half. That's not important. It would be helpful now if we had the 2 points. But the performance was good enough. And that was for us really like, okay, from here we can go. We changed before the game a little bit, and in the game we realized, okay, that works out. And from that on, we work with that. And it is like a breath of fresh air. It's for me nicer. Coaching is different. Can talk about slightly different stuff.
With our team, we complain about how we perform. Salah taking the touchline, Pep Linders taking control of the team. If you want longevity for a manager, he has to have a rest, especially with the likes of Jurgen Klopp. He puts a lot of emotions and energy into the team. You see him on the sideline actually, having a go at players and always, shouting at referees, shouting at linesmen. That takes a lot out of your body, that like it makes you tired a lot. This is why he tries to put Pep Linders in a higher position. So once he could get a rest, he could just sit down and let Pep Linders do the teamwork, if you know what I mean. And that helps for a longevity for the manager's long-term, project at the club. And this is what we want. The teams that don't have that, especially the top teams that don't have a longevity manager, they struggle at the end of the years. Look at Chelsea. They keep chopping and changing. What's happening to them now? They're in the bottom half of the table. They could be in a relegation zone the way they're going because they don't know if they're coming or going. And this is what I always say. Be careful what you wish for when you're trying to get rid of a top manager like Klopp. Although we haven't been successful this year, think about what he's done. Think about what he inherited. Think about the players he had to, swap around and, change the whole structure of Liverpool. It took him a while, especially under this regime with this owners we got. I know I keep going back to that, but I'm just being realistic. If you just take a moment, take that emotion side out of it and, all that anger, then, think about where we was. Think about how we resolved it. Think about where we could go next. You know what I mean? So I've always said that. Ferguson, longevity. Bob Paisley, longevity. Kenny Dalglish, longevity. Bill Shankly, longevity. All the great managers of the past have succeeded because they have that long-term management, structure in one club. This is what we need under Jurgen Klopp. I don't want him leaving at 2026. I think we could go further than that. And it's going to be difficult for us if we don't sell our club to, people that can invest in the team as well. So, yeah, just be careful. I would love to see Jurgen Klopp with money, where he can do as well. I would love to see that. So let me get to the comments and I'll get back to the press conference. Then we'll go to the next one after that. I've got the Premier League, the Premier League results. So I'm going to put that on there. Later on, see how I've done with that as well. Brentford is going to be tough indeed. Ravenite says, yeah, FC 100%. I'm not even doubting that, mate. I'm not doubting that at all. I'm not doubting it. They've got a lot of aerial powers. So Powers, yeah, and Tony is on top form. Yeah, look at Tony. Not look at Tony. Tony is an outstanding striker, man. And what I like about him, he drops deep, as well as that being the focal point up front as well. So Ivan Toney is a threat in any formation you could put in a team as well. Like, so, yeah, just be careful of him, man. Boneface says, man, we'll come back. Yeah. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel, people. I appreciate that. I agree with you, Fuzzy, about Brentford. They are a really good team. Yeah, sorry. It's the wordings. Yeah, they're a good team. Yeah, 100%, bro. We can't deny that. We cannot deny that. They are improving season within season. If you look at them, they're not like settling just to be in the bottom half of the table. Each time you look at them season by season, although I don't watch a lot of football like I used to, you see Brentford going up the table. They don't really just settle being in one place like Crystal Palace or somewhere like that. They keep going up. So, yeah. Boneface, man, Mane won't be back to Liverpool. We've got to be realistic. Just Just give up. I mean, you know, in football terms, you don't go back. A lot of times Liverpool went back to their old favourite players. It didn't work out. Ian Rush, I could name Bobby Fowler. There's a lot of players we went back to in the olden days. It's just the first stint is the one. Just let it go after that. Because if you go back, that means that you're going back to football like that, which is going to set you behind a few years as well. So just be careful with things like that. Don't go back, man. Once people leave, they leave. Even managers. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what's going on.
For the boys buy really into it, and our defending got better. I know we still concede chances, but things like this don't, and that will always happen, by the way, in the Premier League. But that things don't change overnight. But in possession, we're much more controlled than we were before. It looks like we have a common idea again. We had always a common idea. I just couldn't see it on the pitch very often, and so it's a good moment with difficult games, with good opponents, outstanding opponents like tomorrow. But from our point of view, obviously, it's much more enjoyable in the moment than it was before.
And just finally, in terms of team news, how he's shaping up, it looks like you've got a welcome selection dilemma up front now with fit strikers available.
Not really, to be honest. It's like Diogo has his back issue, the bruised rib, which he could train yesterday, but he didn't do a lot, to be honest. There was not, he was not really in danger yesterday for any kind of contact or stuff like this. And so we have to see there. Bobby is not yet in team training. We hope that he can start next week.
Surely to God, Bobby's going to come back, man. We can't let that guy go without playing one final game at least. You know what I mean? We need to have an appreciation day for Bobby on the channel as well, people. I'm not giving up on that. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen. I always deliver when I say something, so look out for that, man. Appreciation day for Bobby. We get a lot of people on here, and we celebrate Bobby Firmino, because what that guy's done for this club, nothing short but remarkable. Brilliant player, brilliant human being, always smiling. Even when he's coming off the bench, that white teeth always comes out, people. Yeah, but get busy in the chat, man. I appreciate everyone that's watching. So let's get back to the press conference with Jurgen Klopp.
Team training. Now we have, obviously, Thiago. Will have a surgery and is out for the rest of the season. And so I wouldn't say I have a lineup dilemma. You mean up front, but not really have. Handel, we have to see. He had yesterday's scan, didn't get the results yet. It will not be a big thing, but maybe it's enough to rule him out for tomorrow. I don't know that yet. So I can't see any kind of lineup dilemmas, to be honest. Anyway, don't understand it 100%. When they're all fit, then you just can make the choice, and that's much more. Feels much better than when you don't have any.
Thank you.
Juliet?
Maybe not. Did you just say Thiago out of the season's had surgery?
Yeah. No, I didn't have yesterday. When I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, exactly.
I just wondering, is there an update on the FA charge?
No. I got the.
With Thiago, people, we just got to be careful how we're going about things. I know a lot of people are frustrated saying, like, get him out of the club. I even got frustrated. But the player has always been like that. He hasn't got that strong, bones like a Van Dijk or someone like that. It's always going to happen. These things are always going to happen to Thiago. We knew what we was getting when he first came to Liverpool. And it's happening. It's happening on a regular basis. So he's had surgery apparently yesterday. So, oh, damn. This guy, man. What a player, though. What a player. Sophia, please go subscribe to Sophia, people. Although she's a Manchester United fan, the old enemy, she's got great content and she's a lovely, lovely woman. Please go and subscribe to her. We'll get her on a channel one day as well and discuss football in general. I want to, rotate people, get people from different channels come on here, and we just enjoy the chat about our football clubs as well. Although, like I said, I don't watch a lot of football, but I know the clubs. If you ask me about Man United, I know a lot about Man United. If you ask me about Arsenal, I know a lot about Arsenal. The big teams that's been in the Premier League for a long, long time as well. Yeah, so let's get back to the press conference and let's finish it. Let's finish it, people. Let's finish it.
The charge, I think. We had to
Wait for them.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. We had to respond what we did, and now we wait. Nothing new.
James? Luke, how much of the colour runs down to the sort of amended formation that we're playing with, and what are your thoughts about continuing with it in the long term?
That we have to, after such a long time, that changing aspects of our game. We always did, by the way. In 7 years, we always did, and we reached a situation where it worked out extremely well, where we were in all competitions, super competitive. Cost each team massive problems with the way we set it up, with the way we played. That all worked out really well. This season it didn't. It didn't, for different reasons. I've said, you mentioned a couple of times. Front line, new setup, new players in, some really new, some kind of new. And if you want to play a specific way, all the little pieces have to work together. They must really click in between. And that's where it started. Then midfield was too far away. Last line was then finally too high or too deep, whatever, in specific moments. And that's all of a sudden, I couldn't recognize anymore who we are. And it's now really difficult to change that when you play every 3 days. So you go through things like that. And that was a moment now a few weeks ago when we said, okay, we have nothing to lose anymore. If that's not a situation where you can change it in the season, not waiting until the preseason, then you will not find a better moment anymore. So that means, and that feels good. It feels really good for us. So new little things with the same aspects, how we want to defend, how we, the ball orientation is much more in focus again. The counter press is again a law and not a proposal, and these kind of things. So we mixed a few new ideas with the main ideas. And
I've been saying that for a while. We need to change our game plans for the coming seasons, because we can't keep going with 4-3-3 high intensity football and expect those players to last the next 5 seasons. It's not going to work. We tried it didn't work. The players are down to their knees now. So now we've got to try a mixture of technical players as well as running players. If we have those two, but the most important thing with those two players, we need them to keep possession better. Don't panic under pressure, and practice on things like that in the future, because this is the things we're having. If we panic under pressure, the ball drifts away and the opponents always create a chance and score a goal. This is why we concede a lot of goals as well, due to our possession keeping negligence. We don't really have it in a way that we could keep the ball for a few minutes just to frustrate teams. We don't do that. We need to figure out a way next season to keep the ball better and keep the ball more, if you know what I mean. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Apologies if it doesn't come out wrong. It came out wrong.
That's obviously the way we want to do it. That does nothing to do with any kind of system, to be honest. It's rather a little bit about the way we play, really.
And Naby, is he available?
No.
Jürgen.
Hi.
Just on the forward line, the versatility you now have, Darwin off the left, then through the middle, Coady through the middle, then off the left. Does that make you a slightly different prospect?
Yeah, Jota through the middle or the left, possible. Yeah. And what does it mean? What does it mean?
I mean, for the first part of the success of the club, it was always Sadio left, Mourinho in the middle, Mo on the right, and it very rarely changed. But now you've got players who can interchange swap positions.
Yeah, we had that with Divock, and he played in the center of game.
For those people who haven't tuned in previous streams, I did say we have a lot of issues if it concerns players at Liverpool Football Club. The reason we're not the team that we was, it's not only on the pitch. It's off the pitch as well. The players aren't together like they used to be anymore. So the new players, their lack of understanding the language is a huge part of, them interacting with the players on the pitch as well. So once those two things click, like the likes of Diaz and Nunes understand the English language, we will get back to that team that was together before as one. Do you remember the laughs they used to have together? Happy camp makes a happy team, makes a successful team. That's what we need to get back to, in my opinion. And this is what's missing from this team. Like, if you're talking to Diaz right now, He won't understand. He won't understand the word you're saying. He will struggle. But once the English language comes together for him and Nunes, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna be looking forward to a lot of success. Um, the likes of Origi, Shaqiri, and Takumi Minamino are missed hugely because the environment around the around the football club was even better. You know what I mean? And that doesn't. When you lose a few characters like that, it'll take you time to get back to where you was before. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. But yeah, let's get back to the press conference. We're nearly there. We're gonna go to the next subject after that.
From the left, so that's you need that. You need versatility, definitely, and that's what we have. Yeah. That's why we signed these players, because they can play different positions. Joko played on the right wing, really good. Harvey came on now on the right wing, which is possible absolutely as well. So we have options. Yeah, that's true.
You can see Diogo is getting better each game he plays. Now he's not playing. Like I think the last two games he came as a sub, but he's improving each time as games come along. So just expect Diego to go back to what he was before. What I miss from Diego is his directness. Like I've always said, his directness is important into his game. Once he runs at players and confuses them with his ability, it's just out of this world from what I've seen in the past. Harvey Elliott, forget about central midfield. He can't cover the pitch up and down. He should be the cover for Salah in that right wing position. If we're not going to get anyone, if we're going to save money, that would, keep saving money. That's what we do. Okay, let's get back to the press conference. But wait a minute. I think Sophie said something. I just saw the message. Apologies, Sophie, if you're watching. Thank you, mate. Need to collab for sure. 100%. I've got all the time in the world for everyone. I'm not like gonna dismiss anyone. Doesn't matter who it is. If you could be a Man United fan, Arsenal fan, whatever you want to be, I've got time for everyone. I'm a football fan first of all. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's get back.
But that was the idea when we signed the players, that players cannot only play one position. That gives you then really a struggle. And if somebody's injured, then you don't have a replacement on that position. And so we can react, I would say, in a good way.
James?
Yeah, just on Thiago, is that the same issue that he was recently out for a couple of months with? Is it the hip again?
Yeah.
Following the surgery, would you expect him to be fit for pre-season?
Yeah. That's why we do it now.
I don't know if they're going to keep Thiago. Thiago's got 1 year left in his contract, so he could be leaving very soon, people. So don't hold your breath. Maybe this is the chance Liverpool to go to the next step, which is new players, younger players. And if Milner leaves, maybe Thiago is going to take that position. I don't know, but don't hold your breath on that player. He could be leaving at the end of the season to renew the squad. We need places open for new players, if you know what I mean. Although I love Thiago, he hasn't got enough time on the pitch since he's been here, and we've been going backwards instead of forwards with him as well. I don't blame him, but his availability is limited. It's not a lot. Let's get back.
Thank you. We've got the embargo. Everything embargo until 10:35.
That's it. Wow, it's finished. So you can see from the press conference, Klopp looks energized. He looks happy. He's talking about his team again, like he used to in the past, and I'm happy with that, because he said, "I don't know what happened to us in the first place. Like this team hasn't reached the full potential they had in the past." Sorry, I don't know why it's freezing. Yeah, and he was a bit confused, what's happening in the season as well. So although it's near the end and we're performing right now, I still believe there's something going to happen at the end of the season as well. A lot of teams are going to drop a lot of points. We just have to pounce on it. Just keep that winning consistency going, and then we'll see where we end up at the end of the season. Like I said, we don't deserve top 4, but if they get it, their progression near the end of the season maybe gets them closer to deserving it, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. So this is what I've done. Yeah, so my predictions for the game against the whole midweek. Let me look at it. So this is what I predicted. Let's see how close I am to it as well. Here it is. Here it is. Sorry, people. I don't know what screen I've got on here, but I'll change it in a second. I'm getting used to this, with the screens. Once I get full control of it, that how I know, then how to display it properly, then we could perfect it. We don't have to worry about moving it around and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I said 2-2 with the Arsenal game. How wrong I could be. So it finished 3-1 to Arsenal. Chelsea are just terrible. Yeah, absolutely terrible. The Fulham game, I said 2-1. It ended up 1-0. At least I got that game right in the winning, though, not the scoreline. And then I said 3-0 to Man City. It finished 2-0. I was surprised. I was really surprised. I thought they would smash West Ham. Okay. No problem. And then I said Brighton 1. I said Brighton 3, Man United 1. And it ended up 1-0 in the last seconds of the game. So this opens up a lot of things in regards to the Champions League spots. Man United losing. I'm happy with it, but they still got that game in hand and the 4-point lead. We need them to lose at least 2, or lose 1, draw 1, something like that. Maybe we could catch them up, if you know what I mean. So this is the results for the obviously midweek. Didn't get any correct scoreline, but some of the wins I got. Yeah, so I will improve. I will improve in the near future, 100%. I will improve. I did bring everything there. So yeah, let me show you the Brentford fixtures before we face them. They're not a bad team, Brentford. I really enjoy watching them. As I said, they improve every season. They don't settle for second best or anything like that. So the last game they've lost is Wolverhampton 2-0. So you can see they drew with Aston Villa 1-1. They beat Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge 2-0, sorry. And then they beat Nottingham Forest 2-1. So it shows like they are improving from Aston Villa onwards, although they drew that game. I've said we're going to beat them, but it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy at all. 100%. Not going to be easy. It's going to be very, very, very difficult. Very difficult. So let's get back to reality, which is the new kit that everybody is talking about. Whew. Lots to discuss. Am I happy with it? Not really. I don't think it's all that. I don't think it's what I expected. I'm not going to spend a lot of money on it. I'm sorry. I'm not spending 100 quid on a shirt that gives money to these owners that are parasites. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. No. No. So let's get to it. Yeah, so the new kit, it looks like an old kit where Michael Owen used to wear back in the day. If you remember who Michael Owen is a guy who actually eventually plays for Manchester United. Not happy about that. Not happy at all. I consider that as a traitor. If you play for the enemy, we don't buy players from each other. We don't do things like that. But, we buy players from extended clubs if they play for Man United, like Paul Ince, someone like that, who came to Liverpool afterwards. And, Michael Owen from Newcastle. So, yeah, this is the new kit. Let's see. There we go. That's Darwin. Puts a coin in the machine. Photo machine, that is. Salah. Don't know who that is. I think there's the women's football. It's got to be. So you look at the kit. That white collar again. Ian Callaghan. There you go. The record holding player. All-time record for Liverpool. A Scouser as well. So basically, it's based on an old kit from the 70s, I think, to the 2000s. I remember Michael Owen wearing something similar to that as well. Am I impressed with it? No, not really. I don't think it's all that. For Nike, I expected more. But look at it, people. It's just Nah, it's not a lot of work on it. I don't like that. I need my kit to be, one of those kits that's impressive. That when you look at it, you say, "Wow, you're gonna pay £100 for that shirt that we had in the past." I've got plenty of them in my closet. I'll get it for you guys. I'll pass it around. It's so easy. Nah, not impressed, John. Sorry, mate. Not impressed with that kit. I expected more than that. To be fair, man. I might get it. I might not. I don't know. I have to wait and see. But I'm not gonna get the, you know, official £100 one that they want us to get. Nah. That's too much, man. Too much. Okay, so this is we're gonna speak about Jude Bellingham. So let's speak about him. So as you can see, according to Fabrizio Romano, Jude Bellingham is very, 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 very close to joining Real Madrid. I don't know why it came with Man United. Real Madrid. Real Madrid are close to complete deal to sign Jude Bellingham confirmed. Negotiations are progressing to the final stages. Personal terms almost agreed. Juni Calafat, crucial again. New meeting has been scheduled to complete the agreement with Borussia Dortmund. Am I mad about it? No, not really. Yeah, I'm upset to a certain extent because our owners have fooled us into believing we was going to get Jude Bellingham, and we was never going to get him. We was never going to get him. They play these kind of games with our fans to keep them quiet, if you know what I mean. They'll give you that hope that we're going to sign a major player, but they're not really going to do that. Even when we're successful, you expect, great players to walk through that door. We haven't seen any, really, apart from, the ones who got us to success, which is Alisson and Van Dijk, and etc. But what have we done since we won those titles? What players have we bought to bolster our squad and make it look that much better? Yes, you say Thiago, but Thiago is never available. You know what I mean? So you got to look at a lot of things we do off the pitch and with this ownership as well. They fooled us. I'm going to be real with you people. They fooled us from day one. And for us to believe it, we deserve it. Because I remember a lot of people messaging me, saying to me, "Why are you always negative against the ownership?" This is why. They keep telling you something and you believe it. And then you go back to the days they saved us. You know what I mean? In 2010. I don't care about that days. That's 13 years ago. We move on from that. In life, in your own life, what do? Do you move forward or do you go back? How are you going to progress in life if you're not going to move forward in any way? Think about it. Think about what I'm saying here. They fooled us, man. They've always done that. And they're going to continue to do that just to ruin us as well. So, yeah, listen, Jude Bellingham, good luck to him. I hope he gets what he deserves. And we move away from that. And hopefully we'll get some players in that can, plug those holes that we need plugging in on the pitch, because a lot of work has to be done. A lot of work has to be done. So this is the next one I'm talking about. Yeah, so Alexis McAllister is Liverpool bound, from what I've heard. Do I want him at Liverpool Football Club? Of course. Are you joking? We need players like that. He's technically gifted. He's a World Cup winner. Put that aside, but what you got to look at is what he does on the pitch. He keeps possession. He works hard for the team. He's runs up and down that pitch on a consistent basis, and he's what you need in a Liverpool team as well. So I'm happy with Alexis McAllister if we're going to get him. I've heard there's a lot of negotiations happening behind the scenes. I really hope this works out, and I really hope he comes to Liverpool Football Club, because at the end of the day, people, we don't need world-class players. We need players that could fit the system we play, and he looks perfect for it. Like I said, let's mix up the technical players with the hard-working players. He's a technical player and a hard-working player, so he's got a bit of both. And if we get him through that door, it's going to be it's going to be a great transfer in my opinion, 100%. No doubt about that. No doubt about Alexis McAllister. Let them like keep going with the works behind the scenes, and then we can see where we go from there with him. But we don't just need Alexis McAllister. We need more than that. We need more players in our team that can make us even better than what we are right now, because we keep relying on old players that that can't do it anymore, and it's not fair on them. I'm not having a go at them because they've done more than they could for our success, but they don't deserve the treatment they're getting from the ownership to make the team even better. If they had someone that was going to interchange with them during the season, maybe those old players can perform in a higher level on a consistent basis as well. So think about it that way, people. Think about it that way. These players have been let down. They've been let down, and it's continuing. They fed us. We're gonna get Jude Bellingham. We was never gonna get Jude Bellingham. I said that in the Twitter spaces. Although I make videos of him coming to Liverpool and all that stuff, it's just what I hear from the news outlets, and the news outlets that actually put it out there as close to the club get exclusivity, which means they could give you a story that you can believe from the owners. I mean, so that's what it is. That's what it is. Money talks, people. Money talks. You could feed people bullshit as long as you're getting paid that that big paper. That's what's happened with these news outlets closer to the clubs. They don't care about Liverpool Football Club. Let's be honest here. What news outlets actually say genuine things on the modern day? Even people who said supposedly support Liverpool Football Club. Come on, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Sorry about the language, but it's just the truth. If you put money in anyone's pocket, they will just go out there and do whatever say whatever you want them to say. Look how many news outlets closer to the club are not there anymore. James Pearce, he's not. He hasn't got that exclusivity anymore, but he still talks rubbish. You know what I mean? There you go. You got to think about it, people. Money talks. Money talks. Man City ain't successful without money, are they? So you look at Newcastle, bottom 3 last season. Money injected, top. They go top. There you go. There you go. Same players. Joe Linton. Who would have bought Joe Linton back in the day? Who would have bought Almiron? Think about it. Think about it. It's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. So I'm going to go to the tactics board for the next game, so we could discuss how we can play against Brentford. And I'll put the table for us first. Let's see what Brentford are, innit? Let's look at where they are and see what they've got. What's their objectives for the season? Let's see where Brentford are on the table. There we go. Where are Brentford? So they're 9th, 34 games, 50 points. That's more impressive than I first thought. You know what I mean? So, what? There you go. 9 points behind us. And the same amount of games, I believe. 34 games. It's not bad. It's not bad from Brentford. For a season, 50 points from 34 games. It's a great comeback. I've got to be real. Especially they've been in the top half of the table as well. So they're doing their job. And I'm not expecting an easy game. As long as we play our game against Brentford, we'll be fine. If we play their game, then we're going to be in trouble. Don't do physical stuff. Don't do things like that tit for tat stuff. Don't do that. Play your game and then move away from it. Make sure you keep a clean sheet and then move away from it. That's all we need to do. So yeah, let me get to the tactics board and then we could discuss what starting lineup I want and how we could go about the game. Let me go back to this as well. Yeah, I don't need the preview on the screen. Preview. More graphics to come, man. More graphics to come on here. I'm gonna try new things so we could enjoy it together as well. So this is the tactics board. Let me get to the screen. We don't need a big one like that. Could do something like this. Hopefully it fits in. There you go. That looks beautiful, doesn't it? Beautiful. So you can see this is the lineup against Fulham the other day. I'm going to make a few changes. So if you rest players and, interchange, probably the player that's coming in is going to be more hungry, more busy on the pitch as well. So Henderson has to come off. He looked like he picked up an injury against Fulham the other day. So he has to come off. He hasn't been playing well either. We've got to be realistic. He hasn't been playing well for a while. So, oh man. So if Henderson is off, Thiago can't play. Oh, Henderson has to play. There's no one left. Unless they play Like we could play something like this, double pivot. A lot of people saying bring this guy in as a right back as well. He's a right back. He's not a centre back. I'm sorry, he's not a centre back. And you could play Young Jones here, and you could play as a striker up front. I'll keep Nunes for his confidence, if you know what I mean. If we keep chopping and changing, his confidence will go down. So if we let him play and give him that reassurance that he's going to be part of the first team and he has to score a lot of goals, then he'll be fine. If we're going to give up on him and put him in and out of the team, he's not going to be fine. Let's be honest there. Yeah, so we could play something like that. Why not play Trent in the middle? Or you could play like something like this. These two Scousers here, Fabinho in the middle. I could have that. But I'd rather have Trent like deeper instead of like going up, so he could like get the balls to these guys in the wings. So yeah, I'll have something like that. That lineup is not too bad for me. I could do this as well. I could take off Konate, give him a rest. He does two jobs in it, so give him a rest. That's more solid. There you go. You can't underestimate Matip's performance against West Ham as well. He was pretty impressive. May I say. Yeah, so look at that. That's brilliant. Brilliant formation. We don't need a lot of changes. Just, there you go. Tsimikas, start again. Give Robertson a rest. We don't need him to keep playing every single time. And that's the back five I want. That's the middle two I want. Diaz, you could bring him off because if you keep playing him, he's gonna tire, isn't he? Especially from that long-term injury. Bring on Gakpo. Let's make sure Gakpo plays more than one position and he gets used to the team playing as a left winger as well as a striker as well. So you could do things like that. But don't take off Nunes, man. Give the guy a chance. Don't destroy his confidence because he needs that confidence and reassurance from us as well, if you know what I mean. If you're watching, new, please subscribe and all that good stuff for us. FSG at John Conway says 100%, bro. We've got to be realistic. We can't keep relying on these owners that's going to fail us every single time and feed us, false information on a regular basis. It's always going to happen, bro, as long as they're here. They're using that thing they saved us to, have this false information on a regular basis because you got fans that's actually going behind that. They saved us. No, I don't care. I don't care about what happened 13 years ago. I'll move forward with life. Like, think about your own life. Like I said, do you go back or do you go forward? There you go. Before you judge other people who wants to move forward, think about your own personal life. There you go. Yeah. Nunes, I think he done a good job the other day, although he hasn't scored. He earned the penalty. Just feed the ball to him. Let him go forward and score a goal. Let him go forward. Like Trent is deep here. He could find everyone from the front line. Why don't you just do something like that, Liverpool Football Club? And give us more creativity from the middle as well, which we're missing. Next season, that's what we've got to work on. Get players that can create, and we'll get more goals. We'll get more possession, and we've got more chances in front of goal as well. Yeah, so this is my formation for the game. I'll bring Trent to the midfield, bring Gomez back as a right back, get Matip on for Konate, give Konate a rest, as Tsimikas stays on. I don't want, obviously, Gakpo, play him on the left. I don't want Diaz to be overrun. I mean, especially, he's just come back from a long-term injury as well. So we could do something like that, interchange with players, and make it more competition for the team. It's for the first team place. But Salah, he's always going to have a place in the first team. You know what I mean? He's the best player we got. Although he doesn't produce a lot in some games, you just got to rely on him. That's all we can do, people. He's never going to be taken out for the first team. Let's be honest there. Like, no matter what we do, we could cry till tomorrow. He brings in money. He takes a lot of money as well. So yeah, just we've got to cope with it unless he gets injured. Yeah, so that's what I see. He said Henderson's injury is not serious, but he's just waiting for the scans for him. But I think Henderson needs a rest anyway. I think he's played too many games. Hence why he's probably struggling on the pitch as well. So yeah, this is the formation. 4-3-3 again. Trent further up, but he could come back deep and support him, and Jones can go all around the pitch instead of just staying on the left hand side as well. So yeah, you could do something like that. I hope you're happy with that. I hope you're happy with the stream. Please give it a like. Even comment down below. I don't get enough comments, if you know what I mean. I get a lot of views now, but what's the comments and all that stuff? Ask me any questions you want. I'll reply to you as soon as possible. And if you're new, please subscribe and go to our social medias. You can see them all over the actual screen. Follow us on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and plus, YouTube. Do all that stuff for us. I appreciate everyone that's been on today. Thank you very much. I'll be back tomorrow. You know what I want to do tomorrow? I want to do. Oh, John's already read my mind. Prediction ahead of time. 2-1 Liverpool. I think it's 2-0. I think it's going to be 2-0, bro. Tomorrow, although. Oh, yes. Tomorrow, I'll do the live watch along. I'll try to stay behind for a bit before I go to work because I've got night shift. I'll do the live watch along. Let's get back to that, innit? Let's get back to that. I say 2-0, John. You say 2-1. Not bad at all. I'm not too disagreeing with you. Great stream, Fozzy. Thank you, brother. Like I said, I only come here for you guys and give you more information as much as I can as well. I really hope we get Alexis McAllister. I think he's what we need in that midfield. And someone like Caicedo would help as well. We don't have to rely on, the same old midfield on a regular basis as well. Yes, people, that's me done. I hope you enjoyed this. And I'll see you soon. But don't forget to subscribe, like, and all that good stuff. Take care, everybody.